So somebody asked me, what was my biggest fear in starting this business? That is a very interesting question. It made me smile when I read that question because people think, okay, the biggest fear is money or time or not having the ability to show up for your brand. I think for me, it was building something that nobody believed in. Because when you build a business, when you start a brand, when you're a founder, when you're a business owner, you tend to put a piece of yourself into the world. People are not buying your product, people are buying you. So you feel very vulnerable. And then you ask yourself questions like, what if nobody purchases? What if nobody orders from me? It's a very, very sensitive thing that nobody necessarily talks about because your entrepreneurs seem to have this mental resilience, but the mental resilience actually comes from believing in your own self. So before you put your product out in the world, you have to believe that you are worth investing in. And that was the principle that I had creating my product, and my brand is all about bringing comfort and sharing my heritage with people. It is also my story. It is also my expertise. So I believe that I am worth investing in. When people come in contact with my product, they come in contact with me. So it was my biggest fear, feeling like nobody wanted to invest in me or my talent. But over the years, I have learned that you have to invest in yourself first. You have to believe in yourself first. And there's a saying that I held on to, and I have always held on to. I am a Christian woman and I believe in God. And one of the things that I held on to was God was the one that gave me this idea. So definitely God is going to bring the right people, the right opportunities, the right founders, colleagues, the right suppliers, whatever I needed to ensure that this business thrives. Because this idea did not come from me, because all ideas come from God. That's how I see it. Like, people might see it differently, but that was the principle that I am being led by. And it just allowed me to just have a lot of faith. And I had to believe that my faith is stronger than my fear. I had to keep showing up, even if it's once a week, even if it's twice a day, whatever consistency looks for me at that moment. The goal was to keep showing up and to keep refining, to keep understanding, and to keep growing. And we're here today. And I'm grateful that I had that principle because it has taken me further believing in myself than having fear. And the worst part of it was my greatest fear to counter that question was, what if I never tried? I never ever wanted to grow up looking back that I never did this. So that was also a big motivator for me. I held on to that feeling of resentment because I'm not somebody who likes to have resentment. I am somebody who believes that you could try, and the worst that would happen is that they will say no. And sometimes no is not actually a no. It's just a redirection to the door that you actually need. That's the way I see my life, and that was the principle that I was led by. But that was my biggest fear. I hope this encourages you. So put yourself out there. Just try. Like, what is the worst that would happen? That's the question you should be asking yourself. What is the worst that would happen? And that should be something that should counter that fear. I hope that helps.